Alright, so let's get started on making some smoke bombs. We're going to make one in a regular 3-inch aluminum shell, and then I got these plastic ones, which I've had pretty good luck with these for things like this, smoke bombs and stuff you don't need a whole lot of distance in. So we'll just do one of each. We'll start out with some paper tubing here. These are, I believe, 5-inch tubes here. They're cut a little undersized as far as their diameter, so I'm going to use some paper tape to make them a little bit wider so they'll fit. Not really for this one. This one should wedge down in there nicely, but this one here, it just has a little bit of play to it, so it needs to be a little bit wider at the base of it. So yeah, so to get started out, do them like the rest of them. I'm going to punch out a few circles on it. Once I got the circles cut out, yeah, I already cut some out earlier. We'll stick, yeah, that might have been fine, I guess. Stick one down in there with that little Harbor Freight flashlight, and once I get it in there, I'm gonna, got a 50 caliber shell. I'm gonna back it out, and there. Well, it's about a 1/2 inch, 3/8 of an inch in there, and that'll be your lift cup for it. I'll go ahead and do this one too, since I'm making 2 of these. Pop that in, pop that out. Alright, once that's like that, hot glue gun, and we're just going to dump a lot of glue in there, and then you got to let that glue set up, which will take about 30 minutes. So alrighty, I went ahead and ran some tape. I got about 15 to 20 inches of tape and just wrapped it around there, and that seems to keep it snugged in pretty decently. Next thing I'm going to do is hot iron and just poke right through there. Pull that out. While it's nice and hot, I went ahead and cut a couple fuses, about 4 inches. Cut them at a pretty good angle. And I'm going to go ahead and run that through while that glue's nice and warm. And just about level the surface. I'm going to go ahead and pop a little hot glue around that, and that'll seal that in. This one same way. Find center, poke it in, and go ahead and run that fuse on in there to just about to there, and just a little bit just to hold that in place. Alright, next up is going to be the smoke mixture, KNO3 or potassium nitrate. You can get it on eBay, Amazon. A lot of hardware stores have it. It's a stump remover. Yeah, you're supposed to measure this out by weight and not volume, I guess would be the correct way of doing it. And there's, of course, there's 1,000 videos on YouTube on how to do this anyway. And just light brown sugar is what I'll be using today. I've done this way before, and it's done pretty decent. There. So it's basically, it's a 3-to-1 mixture. You can tweak it in all different kinds of directions, and they have different effects. If you start tweaking it too much, you're actually going to make your little rocket engine, and that's pretty cool. Coffee grinder here. That sounds like it's about dead. Alright, got us our mixture. Alright, I'll set that off on the side here. And grab these. I'm just going to lay them right down in here. Just keeps a lot of pressure off the fuse then. And I'm going to just start pouring some in. Once I get a decent amount in, we'll need something to kind of ram it home with. That fuse goes up into it also, which helps it to burn a little bit better. Doesn't flare out on you. That's filled up pretty nicely. Let's pack it down. Some people take it and put the mixture on a stovetop pan and cook it down. I've tried that before, and I can't really see where it works any better. So I got it pretty much filled up about a little more than ½ inch from the top. Go ahead and put the other red cardboard tube on there and just kind of pack the edges around in it. Set that one off there. Next up, I think I'll have enough for these two. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Instead of using hot glue to seal them up, you can use bentonite clay. It's cat litter. Take it, run it through a coffee grinder like this one, turns it into a fine powder. But you really got to pack that stuff hard. I mean, you pretty much need a steel rod, the diameter of this, to hammer that stuff down with. But it will pack in really nicely. Now that that's done, we're just going to dump glue in here. I prefer to glue myself due to the, it's just easier to work with. Yeah, it's got a little bit longer drying time to it, but you know, hey, I'm not that damn picky. Grab another glue stick here and keep going. If you're in a huge hurry, which you probably shouldn't be, you can throw them in the freezer. It'll cure that glue a little bit quicker. Alrighty. Alright, time to finish these up and pop them out. Some just shotgun primers, 209s. Do the aluminum first. Little piece of paper towel on there. That'll lock that primer in nicely. Plastic ones, you don't need them. They're pretty stiff. As long as they don't go off on you, they'll be fine. There, roll that in there pretty good. All right, those are ready to go. Rubber band for the gasket on there. I like the gasket down fairly low on it. This one's going to be for the plastic hole. There. That's going to be for the aluminum hole. I'm going to be running some Pyrodex RS. This is the stuff you get at Walmart, other places like that. Got my powder measure set to 55. Scoop some out. We'll just pour that right in there. Lay that down. And we'll just kind of twist that casing on until it locks in. With that tape on there, you don't really feel that little bit of a clunk when it locks in the tube. But it's okay. Alright, this I'm going to drop down a little bit. They recommend the plastic ones you run it a little bit lower anyway, so this will be at 40 grains. It won't have as much distance on it, but it'll still kick it out fairly decent. So, drop that in. Alright, set it off to the side. Pour it in. Alright, oops. Almost messed that one up. Alright, so these are a little different. They're more of a friction lock. You push down and it'll actually crimp that paper tubing around the end. There's some little grooves down in there. If you can see it or not, I don't know. It'll kind of crimp down in there. Once that's in, kind of center it up on the top best you can. And then we're going to do hot glue that thing in there. There it goes. Boom, there it went. It had a little stick got stuck in there. Do this one the same way too. Alrighty. And wipe off any excess on the edge. Alright, cool. These are 2 of them ready to go. Alright, let's see if these work. See if they're worth a damn. I'm just going to pop them out here in the yard. See what's going on with them. Let's try one of these out, see how it does. Or the other one, actually, I guess. A little breezy, so it's blowing away. Yeah, it's not too bad though. Not too bad at all.